Good afternoon. This is the Hells Canyon Wilderness area, and I'm going to break here to pull some choil links out of my pants and talk about an anime.
Kaku Renbo.
Kaku Renbo is a short, suspenseful urban horror OVA from 2005. It's also the Japanese name for the game we know as hide-and-seek. If you believe the ancient fables, it's dangerous to play hide-and-seek after dark. The demons in the woods may spirit you away. If you believe the urban legend, somewhere in the heart of the city there's a very special game of hide-and-seek going on, Otokoyo, with much the same risks. To find that game, you must be wearing a fox mask and follow a set of clues on sputtering neon lights until 7 children have gathered to play in the darkness. Only the brave or foolhardy dare to risk it. On the night of our story, the kids who've gathered to find the game do so mostly to prove their courage or to satisfy their curiosity. One boy has a special motive, though. His sister disappeared only a few days ago. He thinks spirited away while playing this game. As the kids make their way through the narrow, poorly lit alleyways of the city, they trade childlike barbs with each other, calling each other chicken, or some of them bluster in false bravado. It turns out the demons are real. That's not really a spoiler. We'll meet the first one about 8 minutes into the video. It's a large one, a sort of giant puppet or statue come to life. It looks very mechanical, a bit like a creature on a parade float. And it certainly doesn't seem friendly as it begins chasing after the kids. Soon other demons appear. At one point we see a wall poster that suggests there are 5 demons in total, though the last one is a bit of a mystery. Kaku Renbo tells a creepy, short, original story. The horror comes more from suspense and imagination, rather than relying on blood and gore. The OVA begins with a long, 2-minute-long pedestal shot that descends from the rooftops down into the city's alleyways. While the unseen children explain the urban legend that forms the premise of this OVA, this sets the mood as dark and foreboding. The video ends with a matching pedestal shot, ascending back up to the roofs, looking down on the conclusion from above.
It can't be.
Kaku Renbo tries hard to be spooky in the best tradition of children's ghost stories. It has a few problems to overcome, though. After the credits and exposition, there's less than 20 minutes of storytelling time left, and over half a dozen characters, not counting the demons. The OVA simply doesn't have time to introduce all the kids properly to make us invest in their fate. That task is made even more difficult because they're all wearing fox masks, eliminating all facial expressions, relying only on eye movement and body language to express tension, fear, or determination. Also, for a horror video, it shows the demons very early on, instead of relying on hidden and mysterious menace to build up suspense. It makes up for that a little with the climax, which also seems to be trying to add a rather muddled moral or social allegory to the contest. The OVA is directed by Shuhei Morita, using computer image cel-shaded techniques. It's that use of computers that allows him to create such impressive camera movement, trucking the camera through the alleyways or pedestaling it up and down through them. The computer's artwork is also very detailed, providing a dirty, rusted, well-worn urban labyrinth for the story. The director uses flickering fluorescent and neon lights to provide dark, moving shadows, and they enhance the mood. Morita's only other anime credit is the more recent Freedom OVAs, in which he used a similar cel-shaded computer animation technique, but not as dark. Indeed, it's the art and animation that are the star of this OVA rather than the characters. What few personalities emerge from the cast are simple, one-dimensional, and generic. The setting, in contrast, is rich, deep, cluttered, and very detailed, splattered in shadow and menace. Short running time and a lack of faces drain the story of human emotion. Instead, we're left with a spooky setting and then cutting-edge computer animation, made more impressive by the very small staff involved in its creation. Unfortunately, what was cutting edge 6 years ago doesn't seem nearly so impressive today, and the lack of human connection to the story hurts the OVA more as time goes on. I give it 4 stars. It's short and worth watching for the visuals, but I'd rent it rather than buying it. The OVA was originally released in North America by the now-defunct Central Park Media, and so it's now out of print. The English dub worked out very well, in part aided by those Fox masks, which eliminated the need for any lip-syncing. That US DVD also included almost an hour of extras, more than the length of the video itself, including a commentary track over the video shown in 3 stages of production, and an interview with director Morita and the art designer.
And speaking of monsters you wouldn't want to meet in the dark, here's the Gila monster I ran into today. About 18 inches long, poisonous, and very stubborn too. Once they bite onto you, they just keep those jaws clamped until they've made a meal of you. Thanks for watching.